A very warm welcome to a new episode of 7 Minutes of Bond Locations. I'm Martijn Mulder for onthetracks007.com, and today we will look at the locations from the first Bond film that I ever saw, Moonraker. And we're going to do this in the country that still gives us samba, soccer and sugarloaf, Brazil. Samba, soccer and sugarloaf are three words undeniably connected to Brazil and its most important city, Rio de Janeiro. And here with me today to talk about his country and the Bond locations there is Claudio Rodrigues. Welcome, my friend.
Oh, thank you. It's always good to talk about our beautiful Brazil.
We share a passion for Moonraker. Me, because it was the very first Bond film I saw, and you, obviously, because of the Brazilian connection. Now, you visited all the Moonraker locations. Are they easy to find for a foreign location hunter?
Oh, yeah, I'd say so. You can, visit all the key locations here in Rio in just one day, if you like. Though I would never recommend you doing such a thing for obvious reasons. But it is feasible. You know, it's perfectly doable, especially if you're in a hush or something. They're actually all pretty easily accessible, and also they are somewhat close to one another.
Let's zoom in on a few of these locations. And what I find astonishing is that you managed to discover the alley downtown where Bond climbs into Drax's warehouse, and where Jaws attacks Manuela. How on earth did you find that?
Well, that alley, it has taken me a lot of years to find that alley. You know, it were literally decades of research. And after countless visits to, let's say, could have been places that they had to be done in some alleyway here. So all I got to do is start searching for alleys in the map. And then, next thing I know, one day, I happened to have found myself right in the middle of it. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Can you believe that?
Oh man, yeah, that's incredible. Another recent discovery is the part where 007 travels to MI6 headquarters. We first see him ride a horse through a rugged area. How was that location discovered?
Well, that was really the hardest one of them all. The hardest one ever. And I would never have done it without the help from our German friend, Thomas Gleitzman.
Right.
Now, he's the man behind all that. He is the man. And I told him where I suspect it could have been done. And this guy just went ahead and, scout the locations using Google Maps or something, I don't know. And it still amazes me to this day that how could he pull that one off? I mean,
we then see him ride through Mariana, a town which is actually quite far away from Rio. And then we see him arrive at the beautiful Lago de Boticario. What can you tell about that place?
Well, that place, Lago de Boticario, is really one of my favorites. It's so beautiful there.
What is it?
Is it a house or is it a park?
No, it's not a park. It's a residential area. The place has been neglected over the last decades.
It's a beautiful facade and an amazing place. And another favorite location of mine is the winding road where they filmed the ambulance scene.
Yeah, that one also was really hard to find, the name of the street is Osvaldo Seabra. And it is located in a barrio called Laranjeiras. Laranjeiras was where people go to get the tramway all the way up to Corcovado in order to see the statue of Christ the Redeemer. Osvaldo Seabra is actually one of the entrances to one of our second largest favela slum, which is Favela Dona Marta.
And that's why I'm so happy to be talking to you right now as a Brazilian who knows his stuff. The most famous location, of course, is the cable car at Sugarloaf Mountain. They did some reconstruction there, you told me. What can you tell me about it?
Yeah, well, the place has been, it has undergone some extensive construction works. So it's all been remodeled, renewed, and expanded.
Of course.
Even the cable cars themselves have been all refurbished. So we got now newer, safer, faster models. But you don't really have to worry about all that because all the parts we see in the film, they're still all there. They're mostly recognizable. And even the original cable car, it's all there.
Another must-see location, of course, is located more than 1,000 kilometers from Rio, on the border of Brazil and Argentina. The mighty waterfalls of Iguazu. I'm sure you and I could talk for hours about the Moonraker locations, but we're going to leave it to this for now. So thank you so much for being on this episode.
No, thank you. It was my pleasure. It's a great honor. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
So that's it for this episode. I'm signing off from Drax Space Station. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week. Check out onthetracksof007.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.